Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 5. Just recovered from last episode. That was a crazy episode, probably the craziest of the season and craziest of the show thus far, in my opinion. I think that the visuals were insane. Obviously what went down I did not love, but it was done in a spectacular way, visually, cinematically. Whoever directed that episode, round of applause, because it was done great. I haven't read the books, so I can't even imagine like reading the books and waiting for that to come to life on screen and then finally having that be the payoff. Last episode felt like a pretty big one. In terms of just the show in general, the books, everything. So being a longtime fan, I can't even imagine how that feels because I haven't been a fan for that long, but that was a crazy episode, and I'm still able to appreciate what went into doing an episode like that. So basically 3 asteroids hit Earth, 6 more of them were supposed to hit, right? But they said 3 of them were broken up, right? And then 3 of them missed. So Marco still twisted that in a way that made a pretty rousing speech. He was like, yeah, we didn't succeed, we didn't do everything that we wanted to do, but you know, 1 would have been enough. 1 asteroid would have been enough. So we'll take 3. We'll take that. And I think that that was maybe the show's way of writing him as or I guess they took this from the book, so whatever. But just his character, writing him to be this narcissistic type of person where he, even when he does fail, in which he didn't accomplish the entire goal that he had been planning and building, and he didn't accomplish that in its entirety. He still did not accept that he failed, and instead of accepting that he failed, he turned that into, okay, well, we would have been happy with 1. We would have been happy with 1 asteroid. So that's his way of kind of just manipulating the situation, and that's his personality. So I don't know if people around him have caught on to that, and they're like, okay, this guy is just a manipulative asshole. Maybe he's manipulating us. My prediction is that Philip is going to start to catch on to that, because Marco even said himself that he didn't want Naomi on that ship. It was Philip that brought Naomi. So Philip has some type of desire to hear his mom out, I think. He's going to hear Naomi out and maybe change his mind, maybe realize that Marco is a narcissistic asshole and he's manipulating him and basically has manipulated him his whole life to do his dirty work. I think that's going to be a crazier realization than the realization that his mom abandoned him. So in that way, maybe I feel bad for Philip because this poor kid has been manipulated his whole life. He doesn't really have any free will. Like, every idea that's in his head is basically Marco's idea, so I don't know. I feel bad for him in that way, but it doesn't excuse anything that he's done in the name of Marco and his goal, his vision. Hopefully we see a little bit of Drummer this episode, her reaction. I give her the full pass now to get revenge on Marco. I mean, this is like do or die at this point. So her crew telling her to like, don't hold any grudges, don't do that, like let go, you gotta forgive and forget. Fuck that shit. If I were in that situation, my boy Fred died, my boy Ashford died, fuck that. I'm killing whoever killed them. I'm going John Wick on their asses because I that's unacceptable. Especially if I felt guilt and I felt at fault for that. It's kind of like a domino effect where she saved his life and she didn't think that all this bad stuff was going to happen, but it did. Ashford was the one that wanted him to die. So it's kind of crazy that Ashford is the one that ended up being killed by him, and then Fred is also the one that ended up being killed by him, who is also close to Drummer. So it's like all these people around her are suffering the consequences of the decision that she made. At least that's how I know she's going to perceive it. So, and then everything with Amos. Hopefully him and Peaches, we're going to start calling her Peaches because I like that. How are they going to get out of there? Because they are underground. They are with people who are prisoners in like the highest security level who have body modifications. Crazy. So I don't know how he's going to get out of there with her. I mean, she has a body mod, so maybe she'll do the fighting with him. Maybe that's how they'll get out of there. But right now, if they even survive and get above ground, it's going to be a wasteland. It's going to be toxic as hell. An asteroid hit, and who knows if they were near water? They were near water. Weren't they right on the water? Yeah, there could be a tsunami that hits right after that. So most likely they are fucked. Unless they can get in a ship and get the hell out of there. He should call Christian. He should honestly call Christian and get some assistance there. Because it seemed like they had a little bit of a connection there. I think she'd help him out. So, yeah, I'm going to shut up. I've been talking for a little bit. So, without further ado, let's get into episode 5.
Are you okay?
Yes. It's all right to say you're not. Better to be together in a moment like this.
All right. We are prepared to dock.
Thank you.
What? Oh, okay, it's being sent to everybody. I thought she was some type of informant. Like she was with them. Is she? No, because Drummer got that message too, right? Amos? Oh my god, it's so dark. Can't see shit.
I got you.
She's probably so weak from just not walking. She gets 30 minutes of walking time per day. She's probably so weak. Plus the prison food.
Looks like I stayed on this mud all day too long.
Yeah. That's the aftershock.
So far.
What the hell happened?
Good question.
Open the door.
No, is she not gonna open the door? Okay. Thank God. I thought she was gonna be like, no, you're with a prisoner.
You're responsible for my safety. I am making myself responsible for hers. And every minute that we spend talking is another minute that we could be getting the fuck out of here.
The fuck out of here. I agree.
You know I have friends in high places.
Come on, lady. Do you get paid enough?
Fuck.
Do you get paid enough for
Come on,
that?
let's go. Fail to follow my orders and I will shoot you.
Wow.
I got a bad idea.
Oh, I thought they were they're gonna use the prisoners. That's what I assume.
So, what's new?
That's smart though. That's something I would do.
This is it.
That's too bad.
What? Can they not get up there? Wow. The visuals have gotten so much better since the first season.
Naomi, I need to know where you
That's crazy.
The maintenance ladder's back there. Tiny, come here.
You should stop calling me that.
See if you can pull this open. Okay, here's how I figure it. We got Tiny, we got 3 guns to make holes. One of you guys go up with him, make the holes.
Cool. And who goes with him?
Odd man. Up you go, Sally.
He puts up the middle finger.
Who knows how long we got?
If you can't make it up the ladder.
I'm not staying here. I'll make it.
Hell yeah. If I had a shot of getting out of there, I would take the ladder too. I don't care if I'm on my last breath. I'd try to escape. As opposed to sitting underneath the ground, getting doped up.
We will continue to keep you updated as this story develops.
That's crazy. Do they not have a strong reaction to that?
No. I'm betting these traitors are mixed up in the whole goddamn thing. We maintain radio silence.
Looks like they're gonna intersect with the Hungarian group.
You say that like I should know what it is.
It's kind of a landmark. Innermost large asteroid group in the belt. Pretty much disappear from most scopes.
Sounds like a great rendezvous spot if you don't want people seeing what you're doing.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Change course, we're following.
Damn, Bobbie really has no
They take a long way
emotions.
around, though. We try to keep as many of the Hungarian rocks between us as I can.
She's
both at line of
cold.
sight.
The both of them kind of had no real reaction to the Martian parliament blowing up. You would think that as Martians they would have more of a reaction. But I guess not.
You are free to go wherever you wish.
Then I'll go back to my ship and leave.
That is what you do best. However,
Do you want to give her your ship?
no.
He's so condescending,
That's
man.
it. You're just letting her go?
There's no need to play with her like that. Go.
Yeah, he's the only guy that's really has a soft spot for Naomi. I guess based on their past.
You're angry with me.
I'm disappointed. You brought your mother here. And so here she will stay. Do you want to save her? Do you think that she can be saved?
I don't know.
We are at the most important juncture in the history of our people. I need you by my side. You have every right to be angry with your mother.
Just feeding into it.
What she did to all of us. You can't let those feelings rule you.
I don't know how he's feeling. I really think that his pensive looks that we've been seeing lately mean that he is maybe having some type of feelings towards Naomi. Maybe wants to just hear her out. He's just going along with what Marco is saying, but he's starting to realize that maybe Marco is not the best human being. He's a manipulator. Oh!
Solid!
What happened?
Connor, take it the fuck down here! I'll open fire!
This is not gonna be good. The lighting is crazy.
It's over, let's just keep...
No. Holy crap.
That's how you do it! Fuck you, God! You missed again!
Shut up! Is anyone
I like Tiny.
Hey, look! That's daylight!
They just gotta climb up.
Let's go!
This bitch. She should have eaten something before she tries to do this. She's probably at her weakest point right now. Naomi, girl. I'm rooting for you, but this is not the way to do it. You gotta be stealthy. That's the thing, even if she gets Marco, like, Philip just assumes his position. Philip is just his, what do they call it? Successor. She's not thinking clearly. No.
We are busy.
Did he see what she was gonna do?
You should be grateful to me for taking you. Saved your life.
That's crazy. I mean, I wonder how many levels they just climbed up. This is the actual entire building that just got wiped out. But they probably climbed up the 9 levels of underground, right? And this is just the building that was on top. Oh my god.
It's gone. Everything's gone.
No.
Let it go!
No.
Call me Tiny!
Oh shit. Why? The first thing you want to do when you get out, you're free, is kill people? Not Amos, no. Good. Jesus, what a psycho. Who does that? You're finally free. And you just want to kill people. Like, just run away, man. Just go live your life.
I'm supposed to get my kid this weekend.
Go.
She's a prisoner. I'm supposed to.
Go.
Just leave.
Find your kid. He wasn't trying to punish you. He was just...
I know what he was doing.
Oh, yeah?
Proving his loyalty.
No. Why would she kill him first, though?
Did Marco slip the Augustin Gamara code into the Rosie?
Oh my god.
Do not start the Rosie drive. The reactor code's been sabotaged. It will blow if you do. I repeat, do not start
sabotaged. We have to shut it down.
Oh, she didn't get to say the name of the ship. Oh my god. Alright, this is a step in the right direction though. She at least got her word out to Holden. Saved his life.
That's the barkeep and its escort.
I got 2 more MC Iron ships.
The frigates are the weapons, that's the deal. This is Marco Inaros' Free Navy. His belt is on our Martian ships.
Crap, they pinged us.
Shit!
Time to go. Here comes the juice.
Can we outrun it?
It's a Belter crew. I think we can hold a heartburn longer.
No.
We got a fast mover.
Right, hang tight.
Holy shit.
We have to see ship profiles to Avasarala. We're not gonna make it. Oh wait.
What? If Bobbie dies. Is he bleeding?
Brace yourself.
Oh my god. Emergency core dump? So what are they, just floating? In space? In a ship, I mean? They dumped their data core. What? That was 40 minutes? What the fuck is that? Are you actually kidding me? Are you actually kidding? So, are Bobbie and Alex fucked? I mean, they ejected the core, or dumped the core, that's what Alex did in the last part of that. But does that mean that they can't start the ship? Is the ship just drifting until, like, somebody else comes and saves them and gives them more fuel or another core? Or is there a way for them to start back up again? That's my question. Obviously, they left it open for interpretation. It's a cliffhanger. That's how it is. I'm assuming that they're not fucked. I mean, what does that even do? If they eject the core, that just prevents them from being able to be tracked. They got far enough away from the other ship that was pursuing them that they're just going to drift now without any actual location. But by that virtue, if they're not able to be tracked by that person, then they're not going to be able to be tracked by somebody trying to save them. So there has to be a way for them to start back up again. I assume they might have, like, extra fuel or resources to start their ship back up again without the core. So I'm gonna remain optimistic, even though this season is proving time and time again that I should not do that. With everything else that is happening, like Amos and Peach's storyline, they're free. I don't know what they're gonna do next. They're kind of gonna have a pretty cool storyline if they're just out navigating the world, trying to recover after this deadly explosion. I don't know if he's gonna call Christian. I don't know if he has a way to do that right now. I'm not too sure. I mean, everything was blown up, even his belongings that were there that he said to protect with everything. So everything that, like, really meant something to him, that he had to strip down of him before this all happened, that is destroyed. So I didn't even realize that until I started talking about it just now, and I realized that he doesn't have any of his personal possessions. All he has is Peaches, and I don't know what they're going to do next. In that position, I would try to call Christian and get something to work. I don't know if being with a prisoner is really the most ideal situation, but for now, she's free. I don't know. Once they recover, I think Christian and everybody on Earth's priority right now is making sure everybody recovers and, you know, finding people that might be missing or dead or whatever, and that's the priority right now, and that was demonstrated with the female officer going to find her family instead of worrying about Clarissa or Peaches, whatever. Everything else with the whole Naomi storyline, what's going on with her? Is it just not eating that's getting her, like, mentally fucked up? Because I assume that just without a food source, like, she hasn't been eating. She hasn't been, I guess she's been drinking, but she hasn't been eating, so maybe she's just delusional. I mean, how stupid can you be to think that just grabbing a knife from the kitchen and going to stab Marco is going to solve anything. She would have been dead on the spot. But Philip obviously saw that go down. I'm pretty sure he saw her trying to stab him, took her out of that situation, essentially saving her. That is another clue on my checklist that Philip is going to, at the end of this season or at some point in this season, take his mother's side and betray Marco. I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, that's that classic storyline of like a father instilling these beliefs into a son, and then the son taking those beliefs and maybe believing something else, and then overthrowing the father. So that could be what happens. I was watching other people's reactions to the last episode, which was called I forget what it was called, but people were explaining the actual significance of the name and how it relates to Alexander the Great. And actually, Alexander the Great, I think, had a son, people were saying, that overthrew him. Interesting that the name of the ship that Marco is also on was also the name of something that had to do with Alex the Great. You guys will explain it probably in the comments better than I'm trying to explain it right now. You probably know what I'm talking about. But the significance of the last episode and the story of Alexander the Great makes me think that Philip is probably going to, at some point, not agree with Marco's ideals and take Naomi's side. Maybe not take Naomi's side, but definitely start thinking for his own self and having a mind of his own and potentially overthrowing him. So, I mean, not overthrowing him, because overthrowing him would imply that he still has the same mindset and he just wants all the power. I think that he's just going to completely dissociate from those goals and maybe snap out of whatever this trance is that his father has put him in for the last however many years of his life. So, I don't even know how old the kid is. 17, 18? He's young. He's clearly young. So, yeah, but back to Naomi. Just crazy. I think that she's just delusional in thinking that. At least she got the message out to Holden, though, that the code was sabotaged. I assume it was sabotaged by the same bitch that was put in handcuffs that was talking to him. The one with the crazy haircut. Don't know what her name is. Assume that was her. If not, it could have been anybody else that was also working with them, that was working on the ship. Could have been easily put into the code of the Rocinante. So, good on Naomi for doing that. I mean, they were literally seconds away from starting the ship and destroying everybody on it. That would have been crazy. So, she saved Holden's ass. Holden's ass is getting saved many times this season so far. First, Monica was miraculously able to pull him under before he got crushed by the door and vacuum suctioned out. I mean, Naomi saved his ass. I mean, Holden is being saved a lot this season. So, that's good on Naomi. She's going to be locked up now. There's no way to track her. I have no idea. I hope she doesn't die this season. I hope Marco doesn't end up taking her out. But that seems to be the way that this is going if she doesn't get out or find a way to get out, or if Philip doesn't get her out, as I predicted. So, with everything else, it's just like recovery that we've been talking about from last episode, recovery from the asteroids hitting. I mean, this is crazy. This is all out war now. I definitely want to see Christian and the way that she comes up with plans and what she proposes they do in this situation. Obviously, the first thing that they need to prioritize is first aid, making sure that people are okay and such, but then what do you do? How do you stop this terrorist who was so easily, I mean, it took a while, but easily able to just, like, you know, make deals, steal Martian stealth tech, make deals with them, and make this happen? I mean, killing millions of people. That is crazy. And Christian's been on it since day fucking one. Christian's been suspicious. So she, in my opinion, she should have always been in power because she's the one that always is able to snuff things out like that. But I think after this situation, people are going to realize, hey, maybe Christian is the best one in charge for situations like this. My last question before I get into I can't get into the next episode. I'm going to film Vikings right now, so if you watch my Vikings reactions, you could look forward to that. But my question before we go into the next episode is, does Marco actually have the protomolecule, or is he bluffing? We actually haven't seen him with it. The last time we saw it, it was being ejected. Did it have a specific course path? Did it have a specific destination that it was going to? Was it Marco's location? And then by that virtue, is it able to be tracked if it left where Holden and Monica are? Is it able to be tracked if it was ejected? So those are my two questions. If not, if he's bluffing, it's out there. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the power that he thinks he has. If he does, then fuck. Everybody's screwed. He has the protomolecule. That's not good. And then where's Dawes in all of this? Questions to be thinking about for sure. So, yeah. I'm still very much digesting the last episode. So this was kind of a breather for me, even though it's still ramping up. I mean, we're officially halfway through the season, I think, unless they do like 13 episodes or something. Not too sure how many episodes this is going to be. But yeah, I guess those are all my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already. And I will see you guys for episode 6. Alright, bye guys.